Hey everyone, welcome to another Memoir Minute with Allie, your host from The Right Place, Right Time, an award-winning author and an international book coach and ghostwriter. And I am here to try to lay it down for you in the most honest way I can, what it is to write an emotionally compelling memoir that will light up your world and ours. And here is the truth, my friends. Writing a memoir means that you are essentially writing a book about your life that reads like a novel, which means that when you are writing the story about your life, you have to do it in the way that a lot of fiction writers do it. So the last few videos, which you can go binge watch by following me on either LinkedIn or Facebook, or by checking out the Memoir Minutes playlist on my YouTube channel, which is also The Right Place, Right Time. We've been talking about different elements of writing fiction that apply to writing memoir. So today we're talking about turning yourself into character, or really character development in general, because here's the thing. You don't live your life in isolation. You didn't then, you don't now. So there are people in your life during the time that you are writing about that are going to grace the page with their presence, and you are going to have to turn them into a three-dimensional character, just as a novelist has to make sure that their characters read as if they are real, as quirky, as faulty, as beautiful and brilliant as humans themselves. So there's no exceptions really when it comes to memoir. The people in your story, even though it's based on real life, have to come across in that same three-dimensional way. And the most important character of the story is you, because you're the main protagonist. The book is all about you. It's your life. The thing is that you also have to be a three-dimensional character on the page. You also have to have quirks and faults, as well as strengths and skills and good parts. So you need to be able to paint yourself on the page as a character in the same way as all the other people who are ancillary to your story. Now, here's the tricky part with memoir, which is a little unlike fiction writing. You, as the narrator and author of the story, as well as the main character and protagonist, are going to have a couple of different voices that are going to come into play as you are working on this book. One voice is going to be from the perspective of you now, the older, wiser person, the person in this current year who is reflecting back on the time period that you're writing about and knows all the things and has made all the connections and done all the reflection and understands what that experience now means. And then the second voice is still from you, but from the perspective of you experiencing the thing that you're writing about. So let's say you are writing a story about some really critical moment in your life that happened when you were 12. Okay. You somehow have to get that 12-year-old experiencing self on the page as much as the older, wiser you who's now looking back at the 12-year-old version and going, now I get it. This is what I meant. This is what I see now. This is what that moment offered me by way of lesson or silver lining or blessing or whatever it is. Okay. So there's two different yous that are coming to this page, and both of those yous have to be available to us as a reader in a 360-degree kind of way. So no small task, but man, an interesting one to take on and kind of a fun challenge, especially if you're somebody who's big into self-development, self-awareness, self-reflection, personal development, all those things. So that's what I've got for you today. If you've got questions or comments about the idea of turning yourself into a character or turning other people into characters, you can post in the comments that go along with this video. If you would like to grab my ear for 30 minutes and talk about your book project, then please join me for a story stroll. These are totally free, and it's a chance for us to talk one-to-one about the book that you want to write. And apart from that, the other thing that is freely available to you, but only for a few more weeks before it gets replaced with something else, is the 5-step writing guide to starting and finishing a memoir. This is your bird's eye view of the path from blank page to publication. You can go and grab that over at therightplacerightTime.com. It's right across the top of the banner. Just click there and go, and you can drop your email in to get your free guide to get you on the path to writing a memoir that will light up your world and ours. Until next time, see you folks.